I'm speeding.
It was really hard to make the decision.
What decision?
Well, you see, okay, so I'm in my 40s, right? And I guess when you are this age, there's a lot of things that you're supposed to have done with your life. I want to ask you right off the bat, what can you name one? What comes to your mind?
Have kids.
There you go.
So did you decide to not have kids?
I think subconsciously, I decided not to have kids. Like, by fucking up my relationships. I mean, getting into those relationships in the beginning.
Why do you think that you fucked up?
I did. I fucked up.
Why?
I was insecure, jealous, possessive. I was depressed, like there's like a sense of inertia to my life. I think when people get into relationships, they have an expectation to move forward, with their lives, to be better, to work together, right? And I don't think that the things that I thought I was bringing into the table were things that mattered as much in a pragmatic world. Maybe in some sort of fantasy land, romantic land from the movies or something, for me, where art and emotion are so above everything. But the reality is that we need money, and we get older. Like,
So if you went back, would you do anything differently?
I don't know. Well, I would hope so. But you see that's like the question right there, right? Of will versus destiny, and are we destined? Were my circumstances so decisive? Like, did my circumstances decide my choices for me? But at the end, it's like, who created the circumstances? Were they created for me? So I look at my life now and I see myself without children at an age where not only people have children, but they have grown children, or they have and And then I wake up every day and I say, what am I waking up for, right?
Plenty of people don't have kids. Sometimes kids don't have to be what you're living for. Maybe you're living for yourself.
Yeah, but isn't that in itself like it's like I think about the meaning of everything. The meaning of everything. Like, why? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why are we here? Why is everything happening? Why, right? It's like this torture. So why do humans evolve? Why does life exist?
Do you need a reason?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. So I don't have kids. You see, I think in my mind, like somewhere along the line, everything became about value. What is the value of my existence? If I am not contributing genetically, monetarily, intellectually, ideas, what is the point of me? You know, I'm like a woman in her 40s.
Maybe sometimes there's more to it. Like, maybe sometimes there's not a reason. Maybe sometimes we're just ants in this world and nothing really needs to make sense.
But the ants, they have this trajectory, right? Like they're all working together towards something. Like bringing a piece of bread that they found, like that somebody threw away, and then they all go and go get it, and they work together to bring the piece of bread to a safe place so that everybody can eat from it, you know? What piece of bread am I bringing to society?
Do you really want to bring kids into a world like this?
Yeah, but there was a time when there was a time when people were being gassed. There was a time where people lived in the street in the Middle Ages, and people died from plagues at the age of probably younger than me. There was a time when slavery was legal. There was a time where volcanoes erupted and ate entire cities, but people still made people. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So that's. But you know, there's a bigger thing, right? Right there, like, okay, why do I have to contribute to that? There's enough people in the world. So I guess I'm sad. I'm sad that I'm not one of the people that I thought I was going to be. I'm not a mother. I'm not famous. I'm not re- rich. I'm not hot. I'm not gorgeous. I don't fit into these ideas that I grew up thinking that it was like, that's what we are fighting for. That is what I am striving for a family, for money, for fame, for recognition. And when none of that is there,
Well, I know life moves pretty fast, and sometimes we look back and we didn't accomplish all we wanted to in the time that we have. What makes you think that this is it? That you can't keep trying?
I think it's my conditioning, my thinking that the way I look, my age, all of that has like a, it's very important. Like it's very important. I've been all my life worried so much about where what other people see me, what other people see when they see me, that it has stopped me from just enjoying, just being. And I think that's what I mean by I don't know.
If you can rationalize this, can't you just stop it?
Yeah, yeah. But the I guess the issue is that there's like me wanting to stop it, this like higher version of myself, this version of myself that's looking at things as they are. But then there's this other version of me that has been doing things the way I've been doing things for the past 40 something years. And so I get up, and what do? I worry. And then I go to my phone, I play a game. I try to disassociate from that worry. So that's my day. Me trying to separate myself from that constant, like,
Is there anything that makes you feel better?
yeah, art. I know it sounds really kind of arrogant, but yeah, because it's like some, for me, it has been a reason. It has been a fundamental motor to my existence. So I get up each day, and even within that chaos of worry and judgment and disdain and irresponsibility and procrastination, there's still this thing that is like, but you gotta do this so that you can get that. And I used to think it was fame, beauty, love, all of children, all of those things. And now that that's slowly not, they're not realistic, I'm starting to see the reality of my age, of my economic standing, the reality of things. Then I see, well, so these things, they don't matter as much. They start kind of, I have to shift my thinking. And the irony is that even though I'm still sad, I am better than I was when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was in this mode of desperation to get these things, but doing everything counter to actually getting those things. Like the things that I'm doing now, going to school, not drinking, not being in relationships that were toxic and time consuming and mind consuming. This feels better. But now my youth is gone. So I don't know. I don't know anything. You want to hear it?
Yeah.